Hey everyone, I'm Manuel Murillo, the creator of Murillo Murals. My mission, just like every artist, I will say, is to make the world a more beautiful place through art. I started drawing and painting since I was a little baby, before I even started talking. And as much as I loved this and as much as I couldn't stop, I never really thought that it was necessarily my calling. I thought it was just something that I had to do because I enjoy doing, but I never saw it as a profession myself. Like I always thought that it was like something that I'm good at, something that relaxes me, something that is fun. Just a few years ago, I started realizing that maybe this is what I was meant to do. When I started realizing that people also appreciate what I do, and in general that I have enough talent and enough capacity to make something cool, to make something nice. And that's when I felt like, okay, maybe I have, it's been always there, but I have never saw it that seriously. Like that man that perhaps like has a wife and then you know, is always there, but then one day he just wakes up and realizes, oh, this is the woman that's been next to me all the time, and it's actually the love of my life. It's not just my wife; it's the love of my life, something like that. I would love people to take the time, and not just with my work, but with any piece of art, to know that somebody took the effort to perhaps make every detail, came up with an idea, or perhaps just even improvise out of like some sort of weird, like in the zone moment. But I would love for people to think about the behind the scenes process, the time that it can take, but also look at the piece of art, or look at the project, the work, and find that hidden message. I like wonder, was the artist that trying to say something else other than what I'm seeing, or is there any like hidden shooting star here somewhere? For instance, I just did some windows, and in every window that I painted, I put a shooting star. So that's like connecting them all. So I'm pretty sure many other artists connects their works through different things. So I feel like every time you're looking at a piece of art, there's so much more that you can actually realize or learn or think about. General, with my art or with any other artist, I invite people to take a moment to stand in front of it and think. I want people with my work to feel inspired to think, inspired to appreciate it. In the last few years, I have really been inspired by nature, animals. A year and a half ago, I became a pescatarian. I love animals. However, also nature in the sense of landscapes. I have the fortune of living in different places, from Vancouver to Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, um, yeah, the desert of Tijuana. So at some point, I find that sunsets really inspires me. Everything I make many landscapes, and most of them I find that unintentionally. Oh wow, I did another sunset. Like, and I think I have like grabbed a little bit of all those places into my work. So in a short answer, perhaps nature, places, and emotions. I also like playing around with colors, and I check around what trends are happening, and perhaps try to incorporate from that. When my clients give me a certain type of theme or subject, for me that's inspiring. Like when they say, "Oh, can you make a candy like in Conestogamo, a candy type of theme?" Like, oh, okay, I start listening to music about candy. So not only there's things that inspire me, but also I get myself into the inspiration moment. I painted a mural in downtown Toronto for Megumi Masesoba, which is a very local, another local business. Also something that inspires me, working with local businesses. And they told me, and they wanted something Japanese theme, right? So I started listening to the top 40 Japanese music. So there's things that inspires me, and there's ways that I also inspire myself. I think like many other creators, when you have an idea, but then you start seeing coming to life, like your vision is coming to life and it's actually looking good, like you get that energy and that like that fuel to keep on doing it, and then you putting the colors, and you're seeing the colors actually look better in person. Because in my case, I do a little bit of digital art, but I mostly work with fine art. So with fine art, what happens is that many times you have the idea, but then you see the paint in the canvas, in the wall, in the window, whatever it is, right? In the piece of wood, in the food truck, whatever it is, and you actually see, oh wow, it actually looks vivid, it looks alive, like yeah. So just seeing it come together and being created, that's my favorite part of the process. Right now, I'm working on the Uptown Waterloo winter artwork. Basically, just finished, and I'm also gonna start working on some commission paintings, a landscape of Barcelona. Also, I'm gonna be doing male like body, which I'm excited to do. Like some sort of like little gay moments. So that's fun. Yeah, yeah. So one thing about me, about Murillo murals, is that, and when I say Murillo murals, it's not just me. There's people like that team up with me from my assistant sometimes. Like Heather or Brandon or other people that have helped me with my murals, but also my boyfriend that is always tired of hearing me talk about my projects, coming to see them, coming to take pictures, like so. So I think like my friends also, So I think Murillo murals is everybody that supports me. But anyways, something about going circling back to your question, something that about that I find special about Murillo murals versus perhaps other painters out there is that Murillo murals is very open to different things. Like I'm definitely excited every time somebody gives me a project that is a little bit out of my normal stuff. For me it's like an exciting thing, like a challenge, like, oh, okay, wow. So expanding my portfolio, working with different things, and for sure, like I feel like I find that at the end they all, anyways, my style gravitates from one piece to another, regardless, like. So yeah, yes, I'm definitely excited to try different things. There's this story of me when I was a baby, when I was barely learning to talk, about my parents going to my aunt's house. And every time we were going on the way to my aunt's house, um, there was this like fish tuna advertisement mural in a building. And I will say tuna, tuna, like every time I was like passing by, Alma, Alma, tuna, my aunt's name. I have always admired the work of muralists that have made big projects in big walls in downtowns of cities and things like that. So my dream project, ideally, will be like a very huge, massive piece on downtown of a city, or in a very large scale project. Um, and in that project, I would like it to be aesthetic, but preferably also have some sort of like either um, a straight up message or a hidden message. Like, yeah. So that's going to be like my dream project. I just want to say that to anyone that comes across my work, um, thank you for l- liking or at least seeing what I do. Because I also, if you don't like what I do, then you can just go and no, just kidding. No, just kidding. I'm open to feedback, and I know that I have a lot of things to learn. But thank you for the beautiful coincidence of us, like you being in the same time and place, crossing paths, and you seeing what I did, like hopefully liking it. I just want to say thank you for appreciating, admiring, or at least seeing my work. If it wasn't for you, like perhaps, like I wouldn't find the time to do it. So I also want to thank anybody that um, shares, likes, subscribes. Just kidding. Anybody that sees what I do is a little bit of fueling to keep Muriel Murals alive and to keep my passion going.